All right, what is up? Welcome to another back testing session, man. I ain't gonna lie, we gotta get to it. We gotta get to it. Um, we done blown so many accounts, and we know what we doing. It just makes no sense at this point. I need to just focus on strict discipline and becoming the disciplined trader. The disciplined trader. So we come into this day, we see a 5 minute breakout that just happened. We have imperfect MAs. I'm gonna have to wait on this. We have perfect MAs on the 5 minute and the 15 minute, and then on the 5 minute on gold, we have perfect MAs that are trying to form, while also after a 15 minute breakout. So my honest reaction, what I think I want to do is probably wait. Okay, it seems like we get some type of reaction here. Let's see if we get. Okay, so we get a little bit of curvature up on the 15 minute chart. We are getting a 15 minute breakout at 6:30. That won't be done until 6:45. So let's see what happens. Right? Okay, it's 6:45. Yeah, kind of wanted to be making a decision like right here. This is probably what I wanted. Well, no, definitely what I wanted. Um, See if we can catch a 1 to 2. If it pulls back, and it does, it goes for more than 1 to 2. So that's good work, or is it? What? Nah, that's fucking good work. Yeah, stop loss is right here, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Yeah, stop loss is like right here, bro. Ain't no way that shit hit stop loss. Anyway, let me run this shit back actually and see. Did it actually just hit stop loss? Like what? Yeah, that was weird, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Let's just keep it rolling, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like we know that we just hit TP with that shit. I don't know if that shit did that shit in the actual markets. I would be pretty hot. We also get that 5 minute breakout. That was good. So on the 15 minute, we're getting a retest as well as a demand zone. I mean, supply zone above us, right where the what's called is. Let me see if we got a 1 minute setup. Something going on here. So I just have to wait. It comes back. So if we get a 1 minute breakout. Okay, a 1 minute breakout. At 7:20, 5 minute, 15 minute. Yeah, put it right there. Go to the 5 minute. See what's happening. 1 minute. See what's happening. Okay. Good work. We done found that because it was coming out that 15 minute setup. Let's see what Nasdaq is doing because it's only 7:20. Nasdaq EMAs are perfect. 1 minute EMAs are perfect as well. Is this a chance I want to take? What's a 15 minute showing me? Not really. We're kind of too high to be taking a 1 minute setup. Trying to just got that itty bitty amount of money. Let's see what happens here. It also so it does a hokey poke on some shit like it gets there, but it just don't get there. Now I want to see a 5 minutes. I want to see something available for 5 minutes. Oh yeah, I would take this one because we are coming out of a supply zone. That's the only reason I want to try this because it's coming out of the supply zone. Yeah, nah, no, yeah. Hmm. So I'm thinking that supply zone was like really meant something, like it really mattered most to it, but it didn't. Gold is also doing. I mean, Nasdaq is doing a 5 minute breakout. I think it makes perfect, but that's too close to the swing, and it actually works. It comes back. See what happens. Yeah, I kind of seen that one was going to win. It makes like they trying to curve down. 15 minute. What are you telling me? Nothing yet. So we got a 5 minute breakout happening, and let's see if we can catch this one. Probably some more too, like a 1 or 2. Uh, yeah, inmates do look pretty for so see what happens. Oh yeah, instantly. Instantly, no, you gotta make that decision instantly. Uh, it looked like it hit stop loss. Oh no, it didn't even hit stop loss. It hit TP, it swung, and then reversed the same second, and then what's called that's opening. That's open. That's the opening candle, like 625 type shit. So no, we don't normally trade that shit though. So let's go to the next day, see what happens. This is just me back testing the strategy. I don't think that I'm even editing this video. I'm probably just gonna post it just so I can just what I mean have it. But like once again, dude, I'm so tired of blowing accounts, and I know how to trade. It's those simple rules, like what I'm saying. Like I need to give myself the advantage to even trade during my time. Like that's probably my biggest problem. Is a lot of times I'm not giving myself the advantage to trade during my hours. Like I'm trading. What I mean? Like let's say today is Sunday, so if I trade at 5 o'clock, I got a higher chance of losing um than I do winning. So automatically off rip, I'm thinking about taking this trade. Gold also has this 630 trade going for buys. This is pretty darn this is pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie for buys on gold and for sales on Nasdaq. Let me see what that 1 minute looks like. So I can see like when is probably the worst time for you to try to take a trade, uh a kind of trade. So it's probably oh shit, it didn't even get tagged in. Yes, that would have definitely stopped you. Good thing you didn't even get tagged in. Gold, I don't know. Um, okay, and that's an instant loss. That is horrible. So what happened here? Why wasn't this a good breakout candle? Go to the 1 minute, and the 1 minute has the EMAs. They're not in the right spot. The M the 13 EMA has crossed under the 50. SMA, and it doesn't look like it's trying to curve up. See, that's the first opening. Like as soon as that candle opens, it does that, and it takes out for more. So, in my opinion, I would take this breakout candle. I would. And think about what's below us. L 15 minute demand. So I'm thinking about taking this candle to the downside. That also is a big candle. Y'all know the rule. I don't like taking no big ass candles. But in that case, it works. In that case, it works really good. Also got that demand zone right there. Let's see what this one is doing. I already would have been out of there. Would have been back in, been back out, been back out. Good work. Got it there. So that was a 15-minute breakout. So that's what I'm also starting to see. I'm gonna have to start doing is start combining the 15 minute with the 5 minute instead of really the 5 minute with the 1 minute because it's just moving too wonky. Like if we're trying to get these quick little scalps and stuff like that, then we would have to master what the 5 minutes doing. But even on something like this, like where it displays back up, I want to see what happens here. What is going on right here? What does it tell me right here? You know what I mean? And then from the 5 minute, I wait till we get a 15 minute. We get a 5 minute breakout going towards the 200. I'm not taking it. It looks horrible. So we're definitely gonna get another opportunity to get in the 1 minute. The chance that this hidden is very slim because it is, high, but we'll see. Okay, it gets us in, and then it gets us. What's it gonna do? It gets us in, and it gets us out. Yeah. So you have to make a decision on how much you want, because you're up like. Yeah, that's over. You gotta be overly thankful for an $800 candle. I ain't gonna lie, we ain't gonna let no shit like that reverse ever. But still, that was a good little movement. 15 minute with the 15 minute show. I think 15 minute on here is breaking out. So I want to see a 1 minute setup. We get a 1 minute setup right here. And I might just have to try that shit too. Like, fuck it. Like I said, we ain't trying to go for them. So it gets you in, makes a new high, and it gets you out. So it's not gonna move until that. Yeah, it like it didn't move until the EMA's curved. So what's the thing that's important? You gotta wait till after the EMA's curved. You motherfucking wait for that shit to jump out. Once that shit jump out, then you be able to catch the whole move. So instead of going right here, stop loss should have been like right here instead of something like that. Something like that should have been like something like like that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be something like that. Try to catch that TP. You know what I'm saying? And I'm training myself in these scenarios just like it was if this was like real live charts and shit. Hey man, this type of shit you got to do if you want to win, bro. If you call yourself wanting to be a winner, if you call yourself wanting to actually learn how to trade, these are the type of stuff you're gonna have to do. Like you're gonna have to back test scenarios and scenarios. You got a 5 minute breakout going towards the 200. I don't feel like taking it. The 15 minute also looks ugly on gold, so we're gonna look at Nas. The 15 minute on Nas look better. So this is where I get a 5 minute break. 5 minute EMAs are also ugly on here. So when EMAs are ugly, what's your best bet to do, Ski? 15 minute. 15 minutes breaking out towards the upside. The 5 minutes are finally doing their thing. The 1 minute look like it's curving up. 30 minute is perfect too. So I'll take this 15 minute setup over this 5 minute setup. And this is also it can help you get your stop loss in the right spot to make sure that you know what I mean. Let's see if we can go for 1 to 1 and it hits. Yeah, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. When EMAs are ugly as hell when I get into the market, I need to focus on the 15 minute. I need to focus on the 15 minute. You hear me? When EMAs are ugly as fuck, focus on the 15 minute, dude. You get a better response, a better result. I'm looking at this shit right here, like, okay. I'm starting to get really used to like, okay, if the 15 minutes are ugly, let me look at the what's called. Same here with Nas. The 1 minutes are ugly, the 5 minutes ugly. I will focus on the 15 minute and see what's gonna happen on the 15 minute. Even if this shit wins, it's beyond me. There you see that those wicks that you see means that there's opportunity somewhere. All you gotta do is just scale in and wait for the right time. 5 minute breakout did win. You know what I mean? Gold is probably still taking off from when we got in exactly, but probably still giving you a 1 minute setup for you to take advantage of this shit. You know what I mean? But still, those 1 minute setups, bro, I'm not a big fan of them. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And the reason I say that is because, like, you see, we can't hold them bitches. If y'all see like all the replays and shit like that, or just look at today's replays, like that, like last session and shit like that. We couldn't really even capitalize off that shit. So once again, I'm in a predicament where I want to wait. I want to see what happens. Okay, so we get a retest of it. That means that there's a breakout happening somewhere. Bound to happen. Let's see if we get a 5 minute breakout on the next 5 minute candle. And we do. So how can we be a part of that even though that we wasn't even able to capitalize off of that breakout? How could we be a part of that? So You see that happening. A lot of times when I see a 15-minute breakout on some real talk, like when I see a 15-minute breakout or a 15-minute retest, I like to look for the 1 minute and see what the 1 minute, like if the 1 minute is going to give us an opportunity. So I see something like this on a 1 minute. My instinct should be, let's go for a 1-to-1. We are in the 1 minute. It is dangerous, but we have volume. We're going with the trend. The trend is our friend. We just want to get in and get out. So can this go for 1-to-1? We'll just go for 1-to-1. So in these scenarios too, these are the best ones for breakouts too, in my opinion. Is when the 200 is also like right here. Like look where the curvature is happening at. They're like right here. You go all the way down here, you're retesting the 200. You're not doing that shit unless we just don't have no volume or it's just everything is a fluke. So with that being said, we got that 5 minute breakout. That 5 minute breakout can possibly win, but then again, it's a dangerous breakout. I'm expecting some type of pullback or some type of, wick to the upside, but a pullback ultimately. All right, here we go. The pullback off of the wick rejection, and then I will. It is almost 8 o'clock. I'm going for 1-to-1, 450. We're going for a 1-to-1, and that one immediately takes you out. It's a 1 minute setup. Is these things are not what's it called? You know what I'm saying? It's a 1 minute setup, and then you see that shit. So you go on a 15 minute. We see the 15 minute. It's ugly right here. So what we gonna do? What do we do? Wait for the 15 minutes to tell us what it wants to do. The 15 minute wants to break out. 5 minute and the what's called doesn't look that pretty, but it has a higher chance of going to the downside than it does the upside. I'm gonna see if we have a supply zone at the bottom, which we do right here. Now the things about the supply zones that I like them being at the bottom for is because it shows you some type of direction of where the market could potentially go. And then with the higher time frame confluence, you just get a better stop loss placement. So your 1-to-1 is right heading towards that supply zone. The 5 minute, look at the EMAs that we're above. If you're crossing and you're doing all that shit, you shouldn't have to come back up. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens. So it tags you in 270. You're down there, out of there. All right, these one of them ones where you have to literally see what happens. Okay, at this point, I'm going back for buys. At this point, I'm going for buys. Like, what's the 15 minute showing? 15 minutes showing another breakout towards the upside. That's going with the trend. Ultimately, trading towards the 200 is the most dangerous thing you can do. Even though we had that demand zone, trading towards the 200 is probably the most ultimate thing you can do. That's wrong. I think that's good right there. Like no cap. That's good work. That's good work. That's what you want. So that's 8:30. That's the 8:30 candle. Probably gonna let's see. We get some pullback. We get some pullback right here. We do. EMAs do not look good, so I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to ignore that too, and I'm going to consider this one and see what is happening. Thinking you can take that one just because of, you know what I mean. But see if what happens when we move that stop loss in the right place. Okay, good. It's all about having that stop loss in the right place. Look, the breakout setup goes in the direction that we want, but having a stop loss in the right place is the most important thing. Having that stop loss, you got to just sometimes just think, like, just think, where can I put that stop loss? Where can that stop loss go where I know that it's not going to hurt me? Let's go ahead and go to the next day. Hey man, this is the type of stuff you're gonna have to do if you want to win. Like if you want to win, you're gonna have to back test over and over and over and over and over. Like really, just so you can become accustomed to your rules. Now, on some real talk, if you don't want to do this type of shit, then paper trade, bro. Like live paper trade. Like don't put your money on the line. That's one thing that I can say about trading. Is probably the dumbest thing that we as traders do, is we hop into the markets putting your money on the line. Like even though you got to, you know what I mean. I'm not taking this sale. Everything's telling me to buy. I don't want to sell. Even though you have to, you know what I mean, lose money to make money. Like you don't have to lose as much money. You don't have to go the hard way. You don't have to go through what I went through to become profitable. You can go through a different route, and that's the base. That's the main thing about traders that I think that they need to get down is that. Well, as me as a trader, you know what I mean. And if I teach somebody, is that you don't have to go through that shit. And that'd be the craziest shit of it all. All right, we're not taking these sales, bro. We going for buys. Yep, yep. I want to take this buy. I don't know what this buy, but I'm going for 1-1. Actually, let's just see. Like I said, when you lose, you broke a rule. What was the rule that we broke right here? The rule that we broke right here was this setup essentially was too high. Look at where the next look where the swing high is at. That's the swing high, right? This right here is the swing high. This is the breakout we took. Your 1-1 is past the swing high. Even though it's past the swing high and it did go up for there, remember how much we was going up for. You know what I mean? Look how much we was going up for. So if you want your 1-1 to be like that, your stop loss damn near has to be like right there. So you know what I mean? It's just a thing to it. Let's see what the 15-minute is doing. 15-minute is breaking up to what's called. On 15-minute, you have more ways to go. That's why I'm like, on 15-minute, it could be what's called. Now, this looks like a full reversal for just this day. So I have to wait for a pullback. I wouldn't trade, you know what I mean? I'll wait for a pullback. I wouldn't trade it like that. See? I couldn't take that trade. That's just a bad trade. And then this too, that's 725. See? See what I'm saying? It wants to go up. You feel me? It wants the direction of the market is right. You feel me? But it's about placement. Where are you placing your stop loss? Where are you placing your take profit? Because essentially, look, our take profit that we want was somewhere up here. This is our entry right here, but it's too close to the swing high. It hasn't even made a new breaking structure. That is our stop loss. This right here, our stop loss should have been above this whole move under the supply zone. That's your stop loss for you to catch that. So that has to be another thing I had to take into consideration. It's just making sure, like, when, you know what I mean, because those are simple things that you lose to. Like, you lose because of that simple reason. But losing that amount isn't, you know what I mean, it don't feel good. It still don't feel good. Even though it's a little ass amount, it don't feel good when you could have won a big ass amount if you would have just placed your stop loss in the right direction. So that's the reason why you don't want to take setups that are just too close to the swing, because they do have a possibility of losing, because it's, you know what I mean, it has to make a new breaker structure. It has to go through resistance. It has to go through all that. So let's see what happens. Do we get some type of pullback? We do get a pullback. Let's see what's going on here. On the days like this, now when the 5 minute is perfect, that's when we can go ahead and we can abuse the 1 minute. When the 5 minute is perfect. But on the go like this, when this shit ain't perfect, what am I gonna do? I'm going to abuse this, because that's not perfect. It's not. It's just not perfect, and I don't think that this shit is even going to travel without it getting some type of pullback. See, it's just like that, and then we go to the 5 minute. See what happened on the 5 minute. We had a 1 minute. We had a 1 minute pullback right here. You need to be making a decision. Now, this is why we say the 1 minute is dangerous, because in the 1 minute you have to be making a decision right here. Like, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to do? Stop loss right here. Do you want to take that 1-to-1? Do you want to take that chance of getting that shit, or you just want to wait till a 5 minute breakout happens? The thing about the 5 minute breakout is this thing is too close to the swing. So what are we expecting? Some type of pullback. It doesn't pull back. It takes off. Let it take off. Do not get FOMO and just think that, oh, I'm missing out because I'm missing out. No, you're not missing out. You're just waiting your opportunity. So we see what happens here. This gives us a wick. That means that there's something happening on the 1 minute. I'm taking this buy. EMAs are perfect. EMAs are perfect. You can catch a what's caught, and I'm trying to go above the swing. Let's see what happens. It is also, what time is it? 8:54. And at 9 o'clock, you become a winner. That's the time that we're done trading. That's good work, bro. This is really good work. This is. Let's keep it going, bro. Is it too late now to say sorry? I was watching this SML video of them niggas talking about that shit. Is it too late now to say sorry? Oh yeah, hold on. Copyright. They will copyright this shit. I could be saying some important shit. They gonna mute that shit. They don't like that shit. All right, so we done for this day. Let's go ahead and go to the next day. Fast forward to our time, and then we also will do doing trading like Asian sessions too and stuff like that. But I'll do that in a, like, you know, another time, probably later on in this month. But yeah, definitely, bro. You definitely, if you're not back testing, you're really cutting yourself short. When you don't back test, you cutting yourself short on the amounts of setups that you can take. Think about it. The trader that takes 1,000 setups a day is going to be more equipped with the pattern recognition in the markets than a trader that takes, you know what I mean, like one trade, only just trading during the live markets and shit like that. So gold is in a weird position, so I will kind of leave that shit alone. Nasdaq is looking kind of good. I'm expecting some type of pullback though, because of how ugly the EMAs are, and the EMAs on this side didn't cross. So I'm going to be on a 15-minute chart, and then I want to see what happens here. We get a 15-minute retest with a 5-minute breakout, with a 15-minute retest. I'm taking this 5-minute breakout. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to give it the shadow of a doubt of a chance to be like, let me take this and see what happens. And it instantly loses. What are the signs? Should we wait for the 15 minutes to cross? Yeah, I think you probably want to wait till the 15 minutes to cross. If it doesn't cross, like, you know what I mean? So now we get a 15-minute breakout going towards the downside. I am going to short position this, because this could actually be a trend change. I see the 1-to-1. What I'm going to do is wait for a 1 minute breakout. And we get the 1 minute breakout right there. Let me go to 15 minute real quick. We get the 1 minute breakout. From the 1 minute breakout, I'm going to let's put the stop loss right here. Take profit. So that's a 1 and 2 essentially. 5 minutes are curving down. They are ugly, but you know what I'm saying? Let's just see what happens. So it tags us in. Okay. Yeah, when you see this shit, you're probably cooked. So it went for 1-to-1, but it didn't complete this 1-to-1. Let me make sure my 15 minute is scaled out right. Yeah, that was a it was ugly, but you could have definitely like okay. So now the new rule for what's called is we got to go 1-to-1. We got to go 1-to-1. Like we not trying to. We got to go 1-to-1. 1 minute EMAs are ugly as hell. 15 minute EMAs are ugly as hell. These are situations now where it's like, do you really want to take that? That breakout is too fucking big. We don't fuck with shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They breakout is too big and too close to the swing. We don't fuck with shit like that. The 1 minute, the 1 minute is probably want to do the go the same direction that we just lost on. You feel me? But we do get a 5 minute breakout right here, which could mean a lot. Knowing that the 15 minutes breaking out as well, the 30 minutes breaking out. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to take this chance on the 5 minute. Is it too late now to say sorry? Cause I'm worth way more than your body. Alright, good work. Let the inmates get perfect and shit like that. Let's see if we can get another. What time is it? Oh, that's 9:10. That's game. That's game time, baby. That's game time. Yeah, man, we finna beat. I'm uh I'm 7 months into trading, bro. Like trading consistently. I'm not giving up on this shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not giving up on that shit. Tune out the haters. Tune out the people saying, "Oh, you can't do nothing with trading. Trading is this. Trading is that." Tune all that shit out, bro, and get on this bitch and back testing and understand that this shit is all patterns. And real life, bro, the most understanding thing that I found out about this shit is like these past 6 months of trading, bro. The technical analysis part, this part that I'm doing right here, is the easiest part. The hardest part is the discipline. The hardest part is being able to tell yourself, like, hey man, like you ain't supposed to be trading during that time. Like, what are you doing? EMAs are ugly. What are we doing? We're going to go with 15 minute. 15 minute has trading towards the 200. We don't do that type of shit. We just don't. You know what I'm saying? We're trading away from the 200 on the 5 minute on Nasdaq. So that's what we're going to be looking for: sales opportunities. We're not. Yeah, exactly. We're not trying to trade towards that. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to trade towards that. We're not. So we have this setup right here happening. We're going to see if we can catch a 1 or 2. Simple like that. Let's see what happens. And then you get the 1 or 2. That was actually good. And then we have this breakout right here. Now we're approaching a weird position. We coming towards the 200 on the 15 minutes, so we're gonna leave gold alone. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna leave gold alone. We have another 5 minute breakout happening on Nasdaq. Nasdaq EMAs are looking good as hell. I'm not gonna lie, this looks good. Trading away from the 200. The yeah. Only thing about it is this 800 right here that we're trading towards. We're trading towards an 800. So what am I going to do? Can we get a 1-to-1, 360? Can we get a 1-to-1 like within the zone? Like that's all it is to it. Yeah, you can. And then that's it. That's all you can get before it comes back. It looks like that it might give a 1 minute entry. Let's see what it does. And then like real life, it gives the 1 minute entry, stops you out, goes in that direction, and still hit that. And it's just not worth it. It's just not worth taking that 1 minute setup like that. That 5 minute setup ends up being the winner. It starts doing a 15 minute setup, but I don't see no demand zones above it before I can see that, like where this zone is at. Let's see the 30 minute. 30 minutes breaking out too. So this might be something that's liable that I might want to take. No, never mind. We don't want to take that shit. Actually, is a winning. But you also don't want to take that setup because you don't want it to liquidate your ass. Like that's the thing we also got to think about is protecting the fact that we can be liquidated. Anything like that, liquidate it, liquidate it. You know what I mean? They're kind of trying to protect your ass unless we're going on the micros. Anything like that, that shit trying to liquidate our ass. So we got to make sure that when you're back testing too as well, that you're really like back testing these strategies to a point like, hey, like what's the probability of me being liquidated? What's the probability of me being stopped out? What's the probability of me not being able to take the trade, even if the trade wins? Like, cause that'd be annoying thing. That'd be an annoying thing too. If I was to take this breakout right here for buys, look, but it's also a potential that this bitch can pull back right here, liquidate your motherfucking ass. If you have like a $500 liquidating or $600 liquidation, $700. Anywho, this shit right here can pull back all the way right here, liquidate your ass, and then go in the direction. That's what you want to make sure. You want to make sure that you're also staying away from just big ass candles like that. And if you do see a chance to take them, what do? You will. We're taking the sale. You will micro that motherfucker. We're not taking the sale. Yeah, we're not. We're not. Okay, it's looking good. Yeah, nah, yeah. Sometimes you gotta even ignore the 1 minute and just go with the fact that, like, hey, we're following instruction, my guy. All right. So just take that into consideration about just these type of setups and protecting your capital. Like protecting the capital is the most important thing. You know what I mean? You don't want to get into no setups where it can potentially lose, but it don't gotta lose. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the 15 minute setups. The 15 minute setups are way better for stop loss size and stuff like that. See what I'm saying? Like when we come into a day like this where EMAs are just in this ugliest of position, what do? We go to the 15 minute and we try to see what's the 15 minute telling us. 15 minute is telling us that we just got perfect EMAs, so we can now be expecting to get some volume. 15 minute has perfect EMAs for sales. The same thing as here, but it could be a full reversal. Because we're trading towards the 200, I'm learning to just mind my business and just not show it no mind at this point in time. We're gonna give it to Nasdaq and see what Nasdaq wants to do for us. The 1 minute EMAs have not curved up; they have curved down for us. The 15 minute is showing a some type of what's called. So let's see what the 1 minute EMAs is telling us. And 1 minute EMAs are still curving down. Only thing about it though that I really don't like about this setup, to be honest with you, is you can't get your 1-to-1 inside the swing, which is really good. And I would have to go for just a 1-to-1 because it's ultimately counter trend. Look at that. at that setup. You see how that shit curved? How it crossed like that? You see how it crossed like that? That's a good chance that that shit like when we got into the shit. Remember, we got into the trade. This is what we seen. We see them EMAs real close to each other, real close to each other, and it might even can still go in the same direction, but it ends up going in the same direction. It stops that stop loss, but it don't hit that one. So it's really just about best stop loss placement. Because something like this, where it does something like this, a nigga will try to entertain because what? Get your money back. And we're gonna target that next low to get our money back. And then it does it again. So a day like this, like you're gonna have to wait till the 15 minute. Yeah, hell, you're gonna have to definitely wait till the 15 minute gives you some type of direction. Like the 15 minute EMA get wicked. So when that shit got wicked right there, that was your opportunity to see, okay, what the fuck is going on. When that shit got wicked and it came back down, like right here, let me see. Let's do it. Let me show y'all. Okay, we're not waiting because we want to see that wick. Okay, we want to see the EMAs touch this EMA, so we can be like, okay, because we're using EMAs. So we're using EMAs, we have to make sure these EMAs are aligning. It just makes sense. You go into the 5 minute, you see this. Okay, so we have that 1 minute EMA. What's happening? What's going to happen? Okay, we get an EMA breakout to the downside. EMA is just curved. What we have here, we have a demand zone. Right here, 30 minute demand zone. Right there. And then this would be the what's called now. Like I said, we don't really like taking those setups that's just too close to the low, because look at where the swing is at. Look where are you, but your 1-to-1 is that demand zone. So that's the only thing. And then if you go to the 15 minute is not below the swing. Same as the 30 minute. It's just on here, it's in a weird position. So with this one, your faith with it has to be for it to keep going down. And it does. Now, do we take this one as serious? No, I'm still gonna wait until the fifth. I'm still gonna wait until the 5 minute to see what the 5 minute is trying to show me. So the 5 minute ends up breaking out, coming up, and then retesting this. Like I said, around these areas, you need to be making a decision about what it is that you want to do. So, what time is it? 7:30. Yeah, we gotta make sure we're avoiding shit like this, like especially shit like this. We wanna, if we see the EMAs freshly just crossed, we wanna wait till we get a retest of the 50 SMA EMA before we actually like just start being like, oh, okay, let's see what gold is showing us. Gold is showing us perfect EMA to the downside. Y'all know how I'm rocking. I want to see this 1 minute win. EMAs are perfect. You can kind of get your 1-to-1. Let's see what happens, bro. Yeah, nah. Anything that's too close to the swing, avoid it. Avoid it. Avoid it. Wait till we get some reaction right here to decide to be like, okay, what do we want to do? All right, we have the cross happening in this position. We have the cross happening. We have a. I'm trying to see if we have a supply zone. Looks like we have a supply zone, a little minor supply zone from the breaker structure. I'll consider this. Maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't consider that shit. But even that's not. I don't like a breakout. Yeah, that's not a breakout. Now we just want to see what happens here, and then it starts to go up, and then all it does is retest that right there. I want to see now that it just retests those. Okay, right here, because this right here, trading in this area, is the same thing as what we just did here. But this 5 minute breakout is way better than taking another 5 minute breakout. Now the one on one is right at the swing. What happens when the one on one is right at the swing? You go, you get it. And that one was good because, like I said, we got when EMAs are ugly. Let's just wait for this shit right here. Let's just wait. Like let's just wait for that shit to, you know what I mean, come up, bounce off the 15 minute. When we don't, when EMAs is just ugly. And then once it picks a direction from the 5 minute EMAs are ugly. Once it picks a direction on the 5 minute, then we can wait for a 5 minute reaction, 1 minute reaction to go into the 5 minute reaction off the EMA to go into the 1 minute. And then we see this slight little minor reaction. I will see if we get a breakout for a sell. We do get a breakout for a sell. So what am I going to do? The most logical thing that any man would do if he was in my position. Take this sell. Now. Okay, that's pretty good. 1-1 is right at the swing again. Yeah, the 1 minute setups, man. The 1 minute setups are really not that good to take. That would have cooked. That shit would have been cooked. Cooked. All right, y'all. All right, so this is what we see. We see the EMA cutting through the middle on gold. Something that's like very horrible. You see weird ass EMAs on what's up. We're gonna look towards the 15 minute. We have a 15 minute breakout going towards the downside, but it's also reversing. And then on top of that, let's see what the 30 minute is doing. The 30 minute is in a weird position. Hour. The hour is, like I said, when EMAs are not, and essentially in this moment, EMAs are perfect. So whatever happening here, I think that I should. And this right here, it's just EMA cutting 200 in the middle. You know what the deal is. Leave it alone. But on Nasdaq, we see a retest going for sales and what's called. What does that mean? That means that if we get a breakout for sales, I'll take sales. If not, then I have to wait. So, at that moment here, I'll wait. I'll see what happens. We get a breakout towards the upside on here on gold, on Nasdaq. I mean, but we're trading towards what's called. So in this situation, I'll wait. Then we get a 5 minute breakout. Going with the trend. But it's way below the swing. We're going to try to catch this next swing right here and see what happens. So that's instant loss. You lose instantly with that shit. Ah, that hurts. Wham. What's happening here? Get another 5 minute breakout. What is the 15 minute doing? The 15 minute is not breaking out, but it's looking like it's trying to do something. And then yeah, I'll take this one. I'll see if we can catch this. End up do, and then end up catching that one. Okay, good. So once again, when ugly situations are happening, you probably just want to catch into the 15 minute. Uh, yeah, you probably just want to lock into the 15 minute just to be able to catch what you need to catch and then be done with that shit. Hey, this is good work. This is good work. It's like all around, bro. All the way around. Um, let's do a couple more setups so I can go ahead and get this out to you guys. So that's 7:55. This is pre break testing like we up in the morning with this shit. So a 1 minute breakout must have just happened right here. I guarantee it. Where is it? Let's go back. Let's go back to candles. So after that shit won, that's all we needed. So a 1 minute breakout didn't happen. I did. Yeah, it did. A 1 minute breakout did happen. You see those wicks? That's the sign of a 1 minute breakout. Those wicks. Have been shooting up, coming down, shooting up, going down. Gold, once again, we stay away from that shit. You're still in the same area. Like, you gotta leave. Sometimes you gotta know when to leave shit alone, man. And that's the main goal is knowing when to leave that shit alone. So let's see what happens. We get a wick. That wick was that 1 minute setup. That was just garbo. I wouldn't take that 1 minute setup also too unless it's like after opening. Like after opening 1 minute steps really do mean a lot. They really do mean a lot. So something like this is gonna be opening. This would mean a lot. So it ends up getting you out of there immediately. That's opening though. So like honestly, to be honest with you, like trading right at the like openings, asking to get your money away, and then start doing some hokey pokey shit. See, they both just start reversing on each other. This one is going that way. This one's going that way. And then on top of that, the 15 minutes is ugly. See, it's happening. Not really a breakout, but you see it happening. Yeah, right there. There in that moment, you should have been ready to. When that shit crossed, what happened here? We don't get no 1 minute breakout. No, like I said, you don't get no 1 minute breakout until here. That EMA is going through it. It has to break through it. It can't go through it. It can't jump on top of it. It has to go through it. The EMA has to go through it, and then that's when you get ready for your what's it called? Especially after you see the 15 minute EMAs crossing for sales. That should be your what's called, and the next high should be a take profit. But to be careful, do something like that. You know what I mean? And because that's the next high, let's see if it comes back down on some shit. Yeah, it don't come back down until after. Sheesh. No, I won't come back down until after. Oh shit. You can definitely ping pong their ass like that shit. You can definitely ping pong ass. I kind of want to try that shit in like the actual like real deal like space type shit. Cause look, and then just get that 1-to-1. Just you know what I mean, let it does its shit, but let it come back down and give you 1-to-1, and then you just get out of there. Even though that shit happened at 11, like you place that buy or sell and just walk away. Uh, But we gotta, we gotta build that capital so we can take gambles like that. Because essentially, that is a gamble. Like that's not trading. Like that, just because that shit happened this time, don't mean that shit gonna happen over and over and over and over. So we're gonna do one more day, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap this shit up. But for the video, I'm still gonna do some back testing, but just not on video, because I don't want you guys to sit here and just watch a 2-hour video. Like I say, an hour a day, dedicating yourself an hour a day to this shit will holy fuck, I'm tripping. Dedicating yourself for an hour a day to this shit will give you that, you know what I'm saying? It will definitely, in my opinion, give you that boost for profitability. So what's going on here? NQ looking horrible. Uh, Gold is looking horrible. That means that this is gonna have to be a 15-minute day. What happens on the 15-minute? We get a 15-minute breakout. With the 15-minute breakout, we are seeing the 1 minute is curving down, 15 minutes curving down. What is NASDAQ doing on the 15-minute? It is also breaking out on the 15-minute. This is probably a setup that I don't know. This is tricky, but on some real fucking spill, I'm willing to take a chance on this because we're going with the trend. Let's see if we can get our 1-to-1. We're gonna have to micro this shit for sure, but not just because we're going for 1-to-1. Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to what's called these hoes, micro these motherfuckers, because that is a lot of volume. Even though it won for sure, that is a lot of volume. Like for you to even be in that position, you want to probably take this hoe from the micro. Like just saying, like just saying. Oh, let me see. It won, but because we're prop firming this shit, like I can't wait till I get into a live account. I built that motherfucker. I gotta get right, bro. This ain't no game, bro. I'm trying to take this shit for real. Yeah, you see that shit on the what's called? Your best bet is to like just scale it type shit. Cause that's how much a nigga like. See what I mean? Like that's how much you really can fucking lose before it's cooked. And then find a way. How can we add more contracts into the shit in 1 minute? So what happens on a 1 minute? So when it pulls back, what I can do here is say sell 4 again. Or should I sell right here? Or just keep it right there. You know what I mean? You should wait for the breakout. That's what it should be. The breakout. Confirm. What the fuck? I was trying to see how much that shit was if I was like tank that shit. Oh yeah, no, I hit one of them right here. It hit one of them right here. Hold on, I'm tripping. I don't know why this shit tweaking like that. And Nasdaq probably did the same thing on this day too. No cap. Brrr, boom. What happened? Oh yeah, they start curving up. All right, y'all. That's enough for this little session. I hope you guys really. This was a good one in my opinion. Um, hope you guys took note or anything like this. This video will be uploaded raw and uncut. And yeah, let's get to it.